So BigSexy Poems is an Angular application that I built to help write poetry, but also to consume and play with the Datamuse API. The Datamuse API is the API that powers RhymeZone, which is historically what I've used to help come up with rhymes. And when I realized that the Datamuse API could account for syllable counts, rhymes, and synonyms, I wanted to try and bring all of that tooling together in a single UI. So what you have up here is a top canvas, and as I type into the top canvas, I will get a syllable count. So I could say, "Good morning to you," and you'll see that I get 5 syllables. Now, I'm not calculating that syllable count through some sort of local logic. I'm actually calling out to the Datamuse API as needed. So let's just say the galaxy is enormous. And what you'll see down here, let me pump this up a little bit, is that it's actually making calls out to the Datamuse API to get syllable counts. So in this case, I'm looking for galaxy and enormous. Now you'll notice that it didn't try to search for the or is because I actually cached this information locally. And in fact, if we look at the application here and we look at the syllable counts, you'll see that I have a whole bunch of syllable counts actually stored in my local storage. So it will only ask for words that I haven't seen before. So if I, let's say, do cat, you'll see that it doesn't do cat, but let's say I do lizard, and you can see there it went out and it got for lizard. Now if I refresh the page, just to show you, this gets pulled out of local storage, and if I do cat lizard again, nothing gets called because again I'm pulling that out of local storage. And now rhymes schemes and synonyms are also available here, so I can do something like let's say book, and that will go out to the Datamuse API to look for rhymes that have book. And you can see here I break it down by syllable just like RhymeZone did, and I try to highlight words that have a better sounding rhyme, a more exacting rhyme, as opposed to a looser rhyme. And of course we could also get synonyms. So let's say I want to get a synonym for beautiful, and that's going out to the Datamuse API as well, looking for beautiful. And here we break it down by parts of speech, so we have adjectives, and again trying to highlight the words that may be more meaningful. We have adjectives, nouns, verbs, and adverbs, and this is all coming back from the Datamuse API. So I was caching the syllable counts. I don't cache these things, right? If I search again, it goes back out to Datamuse API. You can see that simply because the volume here seems like it's a lower throughput, whereas syllable counts, one, there's a lot of reuse of words, and also this is something that has to be calculated as I'm typing. So I could say, you know, in the night I think of you. Let's see. Oh, I've actually typed all of those words before, so it didn't have to go out. But anyway, this was just a fun experiment here, proof of concept, to see if I could bring all of the power of the Datamuse API into a single interface here that would allow me to author poems a bit more efficiently by having the syllable counts, the rhymes, and the synonyms all available next to each other, so I could quickly jump back and forth between the two, right? So like I could search here for things that rhyme with you, and here we go. Blue, for example. Could easily be thinking of you at night and feeling blue, so on and so forth. Anyway, I love poetry, I love Angular, I love JavaScript, and why shouldn't I be able to bring all of my loves together under one happy, well put together roof?